Have you ever wished you could really know if someone's telling you the truth? Well, it turns out top FBI investigators have a secret weapon, and it's less about a gut feeling and way more about hard science. We're going to break down exactly how they do it. So, let me ask you a question. Do you think you're a pretty good judge of character? Yeah, most of us do. We think we can spot a lie a mile away. But what if I told you that all the classic tells we've been taught to look for are basically useless? All right, first things first, let's just get rid of the myths. You know, looking away, fidgeting, touching their nose, rambling on. We see this stuff in movies and think it's a dead giveaway. But in reality, these are just signs of being nervous, and that's it. An honest person can be incredibly nervous under pressure, and you know what? A really good liar can sit there as calm as can be. So yeah, these signs, they're just way too unreliable. Okay, so if we can't trust those old cliches, what do the experts actually look for? The real method is so much more subtle and frankly more scientific. It goes way, way beyond just shifty eyes. So here it is, the big secret. It all comes down to something called a microexpression. Now, the most important word there is involuntary. This is a flash of pure, raw emotion that a person literally cannot control. It's like a tiny crack in the mask, a momentary leak of the truth. And when I say a flash, I mean it. We are talking unbelievably fast. A microexpression can last for as little as 1/25th of a second. Blink and you miss it. Literally. And that incredible speed is exactly why most of us never even notice them.
Think of it like this, right? On one hand, you have macro expressions. Those are the normal faces we make. They're obvious, they're deliberate, you can fake a smile, no problem. But micro expressions, they are the total opposite. They are fleeting, they are involuntary, and they are almost impossible to fake. That's where you find the truth, that split-second disconnect between what someone is saying and what they're actually feeling. So how do you even begin to see these things? Well, you have to know what to look for. And the training all starts with 7 universal emotions, expressions that look the same on every single human face, no matter where you are in the world. Let's dive into a few of the most important ones.
First up, we have anger. This is a big one. It's a really powerful emotion that people often try to hide, especially when the stakes are high. And it has some very, very specific tells.
Now, when you're looking for a micro-expression of anger, you're not looking for some big, obvious scowl. No, you're looking for just a flash of these markers. The eyebrows pulling down and in, a sudden intensity in the eyes, the lips tightening up. It's this little flicker of hostility they never meant for you to see.
Okay, next up is an emotion that a lot of investigators consider to be one of the most revealing of all: contempt. This emotion signals a feeling of superiority, of looking down on someone, and its physical tell is completely unique.
What's so wild about contempt is that it's the only universal expression that's unilateral, which just means it happens on one side of the face. You're looking for that quick, lopsided smirk, like a little sneer. If someone is telling you, "Oh yeah, I totally respect your opinion," but you see a flash of this, that's a huge red flag.
The third really crucial emotion to spot is fear. This is a primal feeling, and it's one that can flash across someone's face right when they're worried they're about to get caught. The telltale sign of a fear microexpression is basically that deer-in-the-headlights look. The eyebrows shoot up and pull together, the eyes widen so you can see the whites above the iris, and the mouth stretches back. A quick flash of that look tells you you've definitely hit a nerve. So, okay, spotting the expression is one thing, but how do agents actually use this information in a real investigation? It's not just about seeing it, it's about strategy.
Now, listen up, because this is probably the single most important point here. A microexpression is not a magical lie detector. An agent doesn't see a flash of fear and yell, "Aha, gotcha." Not at all. Instead, they treat it like a hotspot. It's a bright, flashing signal of emotional conflict that tells them exactly where they need to dig deeper.
So here's how it works in practice. First, an agent just chats with someone, establishing a baseline, seeing how they act normally. Then, they introduce a critical question. If the person calmly says, "No, I wasn't there," but the agent sees a flash of fear, boom, that's the hotspot. That contradiction tells the agent exactly which part of the story they need to press on.
This quote from an FBI analyst just sums it up perfectly. The real goal isn't just to catch someone in a lie, it's to find the emotional truth that's hiding underneath the words. The microexpression shows what the person is truly feeling, and sometimes that's way more important than the lie itself.
So after all that, what does this actually mean for you? How can you start using this incredible tool of observation in your own life? Okay, so let's just quickly recap the big takeaways. Number 1, forget the myths about shifty eyes. Number 2, focus on those tiny, involuntary microexpressions. And number 3, and this is crucial, remember they only reveal a hidden emotion. They're a clue, not proof of a lie. Your job is to use that clue to get curious and simply ask better questions. Look, at the end of the day, this isn't about turning you into a human polygraph machine. The real skill here is just enhancing your powers of observation. It's about paying closer attention to all the nonverbal information people are constantly giving off, and that leads to a much, much deeper understanding of what's really going on.
So, I'll leave you with this to think about. The next time you're in a meeting, a negotiation, or even just talking with a friend, what hidden emotions will you start to notice now that you actually know what to look for?